shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumping. What is up? I'm ready for.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Here we go. Black 20. Right there, 56. Oh, you got deep? Black 20.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 23. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Garoppolo gives to Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go. Hey, alert! Alert! Check. Lucky, man.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Alert! Check. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first down, Muhammad. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Easy.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. On first down, here's Breida. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 50, check 50.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And
here
it
we
looks
go.
like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
21.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Greystone, travel. 21. 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. Block 80.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Squeeze, double.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Black 20. Yeah. Show that bench release and go. 54.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Roethlisberger now complete to Switzer. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Black 30.
Check 56.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 17-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here's Breida. Oh, he shifts past him. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I got this.
Go. Go.
Mike,
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Garoppolo, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
21.
check 13.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a give, right side. Muhammad. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Watch 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. Completes it to Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 180. Stick.
No chance. Quick dash. Come.
He's coming. Double up.
13. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Set. 180. Alert.
54 Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Check 26.
Left.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Brandon Marshall there on the tackle.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Washington's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Necker. Watch the run.
Now Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, alert. 22-jet bomber. 50.
54. Mike 50.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
21. Here we go.
They go counter with Breida. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go. Wait, AE! Hey, alert!
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, Muhammad. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They go again with Muhammad. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Flushed out right, and incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away, but that brings up fourth.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 2, 2, 2.
Breida, he'll try the right side. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check, 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 check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
24.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
56.
Hey, Charlie.
56.
Man, QB's trapped.
Black and third.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On the return is Pettis. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Shoot. Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the...
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 92 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check three.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wide out Goodwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They run again with Breida, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
180. 56. Check 56. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Watch the ship. Take 2 of them. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Whirl.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And this will move the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Muhammad. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Like 30. Nickers, got to spin. Show it up. 36. Jack 16.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Blue down. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
I'm coming after you. Check.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, switch gears.
Garoppolo to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. It got his man complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Niners, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.